was talking to y'all the whole time and I was not. Okay. So let me just say hey to everybody. Y'all have been on here for 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Listen, I'm gonna have to edit that part out. But anywho, I'm glad I looked over here and saw that y'all were talking to me because I was talking to you, black girls getting their shift together. She says, hey, Misha, let's get into Lateris. I just want to say this. There is a reason. I didn't expect much, and I'm gonna tell you why. There is a reason why Lateris was chosen. They're, as Nene would say, being strategic. They choose certain people because they know they're going to provide us with fluff. And the fluff that they provide us with, everybody's just going to sit around and be like, oh, okay, well, next season I'm going to watch and see who the next fool is going to be. Absolutely not. They don't provide opportunities to other creators who are well capable of conducting interviews. Because, see, there is a difference between course correction, deflection, and protection. You do not need to protect this man. There's a time and place to call him to the mat. So if he sits in your face and tells you that you're the only interview that he will be letting anybody conduct with him, now's your time to shine. I'm going to need you to do your research. Hell, I do more research to get on the live than they did for the interview. This is crazy. I'm not watching that show next season. Okay, because this is just asinine. And to say that you're being attacked because someone is saying to you, we don't feel like you held, his feet to the fire enough. At certain points, I understand. You let people talk long enough, they will tell on themselves. And that's exactly what Tyler did in this Kiki. Because, see, an interview it consists of more banter than what took place. I feel like Tyler started to get comfortable at one point. If you watch his body language, he uncrossed his legs, honey, opened his legs up. I said, oh, baby, he getting real comfortable. He think he got him. That's all he was thinking in the back of his mind. I just played this man for a fool. And you know what? He fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, because what is he going to say? I don't want to attack people on my platform. That's not my style. No, we're not saying attack him. I don't think, and I've said this before, but I don't think that the people who put these interviews in place think that a Jessie Woo or a Story Time with Ricky or Amisha, they don't think we know how to handle ourselves. We know how to handle ourselves, honey. I know you hear the Kikis and you hear the singing mid-review and all that other type of stuff. There are no idiots here. Just because you want them to sit on a platform that you deem more popular or more popping or more people are going to be watching, the interviews have been horrible. They have been placating these people and sitting in our faces and presenting us nothing but falsities. Everything that Liar said was a lie. Shout out to Jessie. A lie. Like, it didn't make no damn sense.
The lies. There you go. This bitch.
The lies.
The lies. There you go. This bitch.
The lies. That's all we got. Was nothing but lies. It didn't make no damn sense. I get that you want to provide a space where people feel comfortable. I totally get that. But as a man, as his brother, and y'all quoting the scripture and everything to each other, just say to him, listen, brother, I'm giving you this platform in order to clear your name. Now is the time to take off the mask and just be real. And I want to say this, because I don't know if anybody else is talking about it, but honey, I was in education. So we are about to go through all the things that stood out to me. Now, the first thing that I'm going to bring to y'all's attention is when Tyler said that he was approached by Love is Blind. He was approached by them through LinkedIn. And when he was approached, he said, I'm the kind of person that likes to study people. So I didn't watch because I knew if I studied the show, I would act like a certain person. You definitely watched the show. That's number one. You definitely watched it. You were pretending to be someone else to get your desired result, and you're not fooling me. And let's be clear. Okay, because I think everybody is losing the plot. Let's be clear. The only reason why he is doing this is because Ashley pushed his ass out the door and said, if you don't get to talking, don't piss me off. He is doing this so that he can align his lies publicly to what he has said to Ashley privately. I don't care how he try to flip it, spin it, smack it, rub it down. It's a lie. Okay? It's a lie. I just feel like he's one of those people that has stayed with this lie so long, and everything that he's been saying to her at home, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make sure that whatever I said at home, I said it to her. So I want y'all to listen to this, okay? Like, just listen to this, because I was just like, what? And then what was so funny about it is he said that he studied Laterris's podcast. So he knew exactly how to play him. He probably sat back and watched Derek Jackson's interview and was like, oh, okay, that's all I got to do. Got it. Like, this man is very calculated. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I thought he was going to tell the truth and I thought this was going to be a coming to Jesus moment. I knew it was going to be a lie, a bold-faced, a damn lie. So anywho, y'all listen to this. And then we're going to get into this little part right here. Okay.
More money in 2025.
Okay,
Don't start a business.
I'm gonna
Try
start this
instead.
over. I'm gonna start this over because I want y'all to hear the part where he says that he watched Laterris and he actually studied his podcast. So he knew that it was safe for him to come on said podcast. I need y'all to hear that part because that's very important. And throughout the interview, whenever he would ask him a question that he had to answer yes or no to, he would take a sip of water. I'm like, not you taking a sip to try to get the lie together. Like, it was just all, a lie. Okay, I'm not sure why y'all saying y'all can't hear me. Can y'all hear me now? It's like the sound is going in and out. Hold on. Because I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it together so y'all can actually try. Not the technical difficulties, honey, on my live. Absolutely not. Okay, hold on. Let me get this together so we won't have no issues. See, this is why. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me get this together because I want y'all to be able to hear it. Can y'all hear me now? Can you tell me in the chat if you can hear me? Okay, can hear you clearly. I can hear you. Yes. Okay. So I want y'all to hear this part. It said 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Because, see, I did my research and I wanted to make sure I didn't have y'all here waiting. Okay, so we're going to go back to 10 minutes and 40 something seconds so y'all can hear this. And I'm not going to play the video on my actual live because I feel like every time I do that, something happens. And then it's like it don't happen on nobody else's channel but mine. And y'all, I ain't got time for that. Okay, y'all, let me know in the chat when I start playing it if you can hear me. Okay, let me know.
No, so I had asked, like, should I go watch? But I'm a study type of person. So if I watch something, I'm watching it to study.
And you're going to start calculating how you're supposed to move.
Yes, and then trying to act like specific people. And they were like, no, if that's who you are, don't even go look. So I avoided watching the show for that specific reason because I'm just going to be me. And this is what you'll get.
So going on the show, you were prepared to actually, if all things and all hearts and minds are clear, that you said, I would get married at the end of this experiment.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, y'all heard him say that he likes to study people. So I know for a fact, allegedly, that he probably watched that show and said, oh, this is all I got to do. Okay, cry a little bit, throw out the word vulnerability, and I'm good. And then another thing, too, the fact that he knew something was coming out. I wish Ashley would use her thinker. Because damn, girl, what is really happening? Think for yourself. He tried to get in front of the story, honey. Shout out to David. He tried to get in front of the enemy. He said to you, people are going to come out and say I was mean to them. I was mean to them. Why would a man that I'm just randomly, meeting behind a wall, now I'm engaged to him because I decided to take a leap of faith. why would he just randomly at dinner or lunch tell me, hey, Misha, you know what? When we get out in the real world, some people gonna tell you some stuff, but don't worry about it. Cause yeah, it's not true. I was only mean to them. Oh, okay, so everybody got the same lie about you. Anyway, she's trash just like him for enabling him to abandon those children. Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. She is trash as well. And he had his nerve to say that nobody would say it to her face. Y'all listen to this. Y'all listen to this right here. This really tripped me out.
Before I got off the flight, Ashley said, I feel in my spirit, you're in good hands.
Ooh.
And one thing I can speak on Ashley, I don't know how long she's been building that relationship with God. That woman is good. When she says she feels something, don't question it. I learned to navigate around stuff and not want to talk about it. And she'll sit there and say, I feel it. I feel like I'm going against God. You need to tell me.
I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. I'm going against God. You need to tell me. That's why I said, Ashley kicked him out that front door and said, you better go speak. They are coming down on me, and Ashley love to do a PSA every 5 minutes. Go ahead and tell them people that I'm not as stupid as I look. Tell them, okay? Because they're saying that I'm giving bird, and I need you to tell them I'm not giving bird. Like, go tell them. What, girl? It's not gonna make no difference. Not with me. Okay. And I mean, and he made sure that everybody that's been calling her, he ain't say clown, honey. So I don't think he's seen my review. Okay. But he made sure to let it be known that Ashley is not a bird or a clown, and we won't say it to her face. Let's take a listen.
What do you feel about your wife being attacked as much as she is?
For me, this is attack me. I've said it multiple times. Attack me. She had nothing to do with this situation. I will say 20 times anywhere, she does not condone leaving kids. She doesn't condone abandoning kids. She loves all her nephews. She's a very loving person. What people don't understand, or they do understand, they just don't want to hear it sometimes, is it's been a year.
Yeah.
She has information and people say, no, you don't. She doesn't have to share our personal information. Does she check me for things? Absolutely. That's what a wife does. Will she check me in front of cameras? No. I wouldn't do it to her either.
That's good.
So what we talk about in private, a lot of it may never be public. And I get that what was shown was entertainment.
Right.
It was entertainment, but now our lives are real. So the part that you've seen on TV, what was shown, that was the entertaining part. This is real. So if she doesn't step in front of camera and drag me through the mud like everyone else is doing, she's a pygmy, she's a bird. She's not that at all. You won't check her in her face. I'll tell you.
Sir, I don't give a damn about Ashley. I ain't scared of Ashley. Baby, I ain't scared of Ashley. Okay? Not you won't say it to her face. You know what? An actual real friend would say it to her face. I wonder where those friends from that bridal party are. Because I am pretty sure. Oh my gosh. Girl, Capricorn moon goddess, baby. Are you or me? Am I you or what, girl? What? I hate his voice too. I thought it was just me. I'm like, if he don't clear his damn throat or drink some hot tea with all these lies. Anywho, the fact that he's talking about ain't nobody gonna say it. Y'all ain't nobody trying to fight your woman. We was trying to fight for her right to get away from you. But she decided to fight to stay. So if she want to play with fate, then go ahead and play with it. Talking about some, y'all won't say it to her face. Oh, so childish and ignorant, child. So nasty and so rude. Okay, so at the 12-minute and 19 mark, okay, he says that he was a nuclear security guard and he didn't like it because he just sat there. Tyler, you were top flight security of the world. I don't care how you try to spin it. You were top flight security of the world. You were not no damn, you probably worked in a building where that type of stuff was going on. But if you were a nuclear security guard and you were just sitting at a desk, you were a glorified receptionist with a badge and a flashlight. Okay, let's just be very for real. You're making things up as you go along because when you were sitting with her dad, you were saying something totally different. Craig, okay, you're lying. It just don't make no damn sense. Now, at 1620, he said he didn't share things on camera because he tried to protect that family. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of him saying that family and those kids. Protect them from what? All you had to say is, I have 3 little ones back home that consider me their dad. It's a complicated situation to explain, but I have 3 kids. Nobody would have went digging for nothing. Okay, the woman wouldn't have had to put the stuff online. The grandmother wouldn't have had to come forward looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight all over on their damn Facebook. None of that would have happened had you just said, I have 3 children back home who consider me dad. Do you have a problem with a man who has children? No, it's not children in the conventional sense, like me and their mother were together. This is someone I consider to be a best friend. And I wanted to provide her with the family that she was unable to have without my help. So that would have been more admirable. And Ashley, you work in PR, baby. Let me help you. Okay. You need to find someone with an English degree so they can help you string along some sentences, because the lies that you and Tyler come up with don't make no damn sense. Him saying, I wanted to protect that family and those kids from what? What are you protecting them from? If this is protection, no wonder you quit being a security guard. What the hell? I'm doing this to protect that family. Ashley wouldn't have married him if he told her in the pods, and that would have been okay. Because according to Alex, it was a love triangle between, a square. So Ashley was dating Tim also, and she was also dating Tyler. So he had to choose between Alex and Ashley, and she had to choose between Tim and Tyler. And Ashley had to choose between Tim and Tyler. It's very weird, but it would have been fine had nobody married him and nobody chose him. And like I said to that lady who tried to clown me in my comments, production damn show did know that he had children. You keep blaming it on production. They didn't know that he had no. He told them people. You have to disclose things when you go on a reality show. And the reason why I know is because I auditioned for a reality show in my early 20s. Them people sat me down and said, do you got any beef with anybody? Tell us, because that will make for great TV. I said, beef? I don't know, ma'am, honey. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. I'm just here to be pretty. I don't have no beef. You got to disclose those things. And I hear you, Taylor, when you say Tyler definitely manipulated her. I get that. But then when you get outside the pods and you have the facts presented in front of you and you want to continue to go along with this facade, now you're compliant. Like, I get it. I get it. They will dupe you in a minute. But then if you're going to sit here and go all over the internet and cuss out everybody who says something in defense of you, then go ahead and take your deadbeat off the street. Thank you for being a street sweeper. We appreciate you. Like, yeah, she was manipulated, but I just feel like, Ashley, now that you have the facts, you should be able to move accordingly. You can't want a man that bad. Girl, you're a pretty girl. But you know what? As I was watching Ashley and as she was doing some interviews, it's like when I first saw her come up on the scene, I was like, that girl is so pretty. She is beautiful. But it slowly started to turn the more and more she talked. You know how some people can talk their way into unattractiveness? That's what it was giving me. And then you attached to Tyler too? Oh, hell no. Zoe said they also do a background check and his court records regarding child support would have came up. Production knew whether he disclosed it or not. Exactly, Zoe. And another thing I want to say too, because Lateris had jumped on Jesse Woo's live and he said that they reached out to him and they specifically said to him, we told Tyler to sit down and not say much, just wait for everything to die down. But we want to know if he can come on your podcast. Them people knew exactly what they were doing. They knew about those children. And they knew about all this court stuff. And he wants to pretend like this is just something that just popped up out of the blue. No, baby. They knew. They set her up for the okie doke. Those people should be held accountable for having that girl go on that damn show and get a buffoon like this one, get married, and then have to go on a world tour, not about your love, but about his children. I'm sorry. The ignorance that they like, those children, the sperm babies. And Ashley sounded silly as hell talking about the sperm mom, the sperm donor mom, the sperm donor mom. Girl, don't piss me off. Just say the children's mother. You know, the children's mother. It's like the respect has gone all out the window. Everybody's just losing their damn minds. Like, it's ridiculous. Ashley really said if I didn't have a daddy, neither of y'all. Did you hear her say that? Did you hear her say that in no uncertain terms? And then when she was on the Vibe file, she said, you know, if we never speak to that family or those kids again, I said, oh, baby, that told me all I needed to know. Y'all done put this together and decided. And really and truly, I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't think that Tyler wanted to run away from those kids like that. I think that he wasn't expecting to actually find someone. And he probably is like, well, if I don't, you know, stop playing dad. Because he tripped me out when he kept saying, I was playing the part of dad. I was playing the part of dad. This is not a damn Tyler Perry movie. You were not playing the part of dad. You are the father. Where's Maury? You are the father, sir. Talking about I was playing the role of dad. No, honey. Your semen, okay, met her egg. She was ovulating. Things exploded. First comes friendship, then comes bride with the baby carriage. Y'all had the sexuals, which you tried to deflect from, and that's how you got the baby. Like, get out of here with that. Talking about some, I played the part of that. Let me let y'all hear this, child. Because I'm telling y'all, it's just so much ignorance, child. Let me let y'all hear this, honey. Now he played the role of daddy. Y'all listen to this.
And even looking at the pictures, I don't feel like a father.
So answer this. Here's a picture where you had dad on your shirt. Why would you wear a shirt like that if you wasn't going to play the role of father?
So I initially stepped up to play that role as father.
At what stage?
Right before the twins before the twins were born. I had already agreed to step in. I would be another misconception is that I named the twins. Bride was dating a girl who named those twins.
Okay.
So a girl has always played a major part in these kids' lives. They gave one of the twins my middle name, but that was her and the girl she was dating. She named those kids.
So you had no say. So let's go all the way back.
Yeah.
We done got to the other twins. I want to go right from the very beginning. How did this donor situation take place with the first child?
Yeah. So me and Bride were close friends, extremely close friends, hung out almost every other day, if not. She hung with all the guys. She's one of the homies, to be honest. Like, she is super cool, and I would never take that from her. Her and her wife were trying to start a family. Her wife has a daughter, but they wanted to have a kid together. They went to the sperm donor bank. They charge per, I don't know if you know this, I found out with them. They charge for every, sounds like a 2K game, but for every attribute. So if you want to be with, yeah, that's what I was thinking about, because it's like an attribute. So if you want to be with, if you want your sperm donor to be black, if you want him to be 6 foot, if you want him to be educated, you have to pay per. You can go in and just say, I want black or white, and that'd be bottom line. But if you want to, add some things on, you have to pay for those things, and they couldn't afford it. So I was like, look, I'll help y'all out. They had some home kit where it's like a cup. You do your business in a cup. You give it to them. They do what they want with it. They had their family. The wife did leave right before or right after the son was born.
Oh, let's go back. What year is this?
This was, even looking at the pictures, I don't feel like a father.
So answer this. Here's a picture where you had.
So he was playing the role of dad and wearing the t-shirts and the costumes like it's damn Halloween, 365 days of a year. He was playing dad to be there for Bride. So you were involved with those kids. You liked being around those kids. You thought this was a ready-made family. Just add Tyler. Then you went over there and your ass got Ashley, and she probably issued you an ultimatum and said, listen, it's either me or them kids, because you got me out here looking a fool. And he said plenty of times on this podcast that Ashley will check him quickly, but not out in public. Girl, check him in public. Okay, this is the one time I give permission. Go ahead and check him in public so we know you're not that big of a fool. You know damn well. Then he started saying that Bride was the one that would come in and out. He was discrediting. He said, we're just going to go ahead and discredit that mom of hers. No, the hell we're not. Not the woman with all the receipts and the one that showed your text messages. We're not going to discredit her, Tyler, because you say so. We are not. You keep saying it was Bride that was double dutching in and out. Was it? Because I could have sworn it was you. I could have sworn it was you. And I'm gonna show y'all an exhibit of it being you. Like, don't play with me, Tyler. Okay, don't piss me off. Let me show y'all this, honey. Because he claims that it was Bride. And also, he said that no woman can keep him from his kids. He said he was in a relationship for 1 year, and that was in 2022. Okay. And the reason why I know the year is because there was a young lady that was in the comments, and she actually specified this. Now, I covered up her face and I covered up her name because she's not a part of this, and I don't want no people harassing her and whatnot. But I'm going to show you exactly what she said. That was the one thing that he told the truth about. But then he lied and said Bri was keeping him from those kids, and he hadn't seen those kids in 4 years. And the reason why he hadn't seen them is not because of anybody he's ever been in a relationship with. Nobody tells him to come or go or be in the kid's life or not be in the kid's life. That's a bold-faced lie. Let's get into it. So the lady says, wow. Okay, I want y'all to see this. She says, wow, I was actually in a relationship with Tyler December of 2022. Well, baby, what she say that for? Everybody started asking questions like, girl, what? You was with Tyler? Ew, yuck. How did that go? You know, they're trying to figure it out. So then she says, he told me he was a sperm donor and that they lived out of the country and that he was involved at one point. All Bri got to do is take this message right here. Bri, I give you permission to use this video. Take this down to the courthouse. The lady says he told me he was a sperm donor and that they lived out of the country and that he was involved at one point, but wasn't involved any longer due to some other reasons. He spent Thanksgiving of 2022 with me and my family. I dated him from March 22 until about March 23. So this is the lady that he's referencing when he's speaking to Lateris about the fact that he wasn't in and out of the children's life. He wasn't doing that. It was all Bri, and he only had 3 relationships in his whole life, and that's not including Ashley. Sir, 3 women came forward just off of the gossip. What are you talking about? One of them, you stole her shades. The other one, you stole her heart. Ashley, child, you stole her brain. This woman, you stole money from, and you told her that the kids lived out of the country. That's why she didn't question you as to whether or not you were going to see those kids. You lied to her. You a Elysian lie. You lied to her. You told her that they lived out of the country and that you were involved at one point. But during this interview, you kept saying, I wasn't involved. I wasn't involved like that. I wasn't involved like that. Then 2 seconds later, I was involved. Chop, this man said that he saw the twins 5 days a week. And he was involved in the son's life more than that. I said, damn, you seeing them kids more than my soon-to-be ex-husband sees his son. And we was married. So how were you not involved? It's not making no sense to me. That's giving stupidity. Okay, so let's continue on, honey, because he said it was Bri that was double dutching in and out, in and out, and in and out. And he tried to lessen it by saying they've always had like 2. It's always been a marriage. Like there always been 2 women in the house. Like there's always been. I don't give a damn if it was a cat and a dog in the house. You are those children's father. Biologically, they're your children. You stepped in and you were playing a role as a father. These are your words. So if you were playing the role as a father, how were you uninvolved? And how can you, and I got so upset because Lateris kept saying, I can understand how you could just detach, because he's not detached. He's playing a game. This man is pretending to be detached from those children. He is not detached from them kids. I can almost bet that this man still sees those children as the children he was involved with and the children who were in his life. The only reason why he's saying this now is because he has Ashley. Let's think. Okay, let's think. Like, come on. So right here, he says, Herb Blunt got a bike, laugh out loud, and that's dope. I know Kai is killing it. I have so much to tell you, laugh out loud. Now, this is during the time that the whole Love is Blind is going on. But let him tell it. He don't got nothing to do with those kids and that family. Well, why are you talking about your son? And yes, I'm going to say your son because biologically he is your child. Yeah, okay. So you're saying you dropped off the sperm the first time. But the second time, y'all did the horizontal poker. Okay, she admitted it over on Jessie Woo's channel. Shout out to her. You had the sexuals. And I know you can't say it because Ashley is watching. But you decided to sit with Lateris and say, so she probably wouldn't get sympathy if she didn't say that we did that. What? I don't care if she say those kids got dropped off by the damn stork. If your name was attached to the stork's little carrier that he uses to set them damn babies down, I'ma still be pissed because you are not involved. We are not giving her sympathy because she said she laid down with you. Actually, I want her to go get neutered, honey. She might need a flea bath. It's giving disgusting. Okay? Like, let's be very for real. So anywho, he says, I have so much to tell you. So then he says that boy is, well, she says that boy is, and I scratch the word out because it's derogatory, but I know I can't wait to see you, laugh out loud. So then he just went cold turkey and didn't speak to her at all. So I guess that's when he and Ashley were really getting hot and heavy. Okay, he went ghost, which is why his picture up here is a ghost. So then on Sunday, November 5th, oh, child, it's been a year. She says, so you really don't have any intentions on reaching out to your kids in any way? Does this sound like a woman who was in and out? Now, he's claiming that she is engaged, present day. But on the podcast, he kept saying, every time she get with somebody, then she pushes me away. Then when that person leaves, she want me to come back. Well, if she's in a relationship right here, why is she begging to talk to you? Why is she begging for you to talk to the kids? So you really don't have any intention on reaching out to your kids in any way? Are you really doing this again? There's a 2-day gap. The first one was on Sunday, November 5th. Then we have Tuesday, November 7th. Please tell me you're not. So then I guess he decided, let me go and say something, child, because she ain't leaving me alone. So 3 hours later, he said, I have not had my phone since the first week back. We film all day until 10 or 11 p.m. and they are back at 10 a.m. to take my phone. They do not take your phone, honey. You better ask Kenneth. Y'all remember that season of The Ultimatum? Was it The Ultimatum or Love is Blind? I think it was Love is Blind. Baby, Kenneth stayed on that phone. Brittany couldn't find him if she wanted to. Oh, Tyler. Just as dumb as the day is long. Anywho, he said they take the phone back at 10 a.m. She said, okay, well, when is the wedding? So I know when I can tell the kids that they can expect to hopefully see or hear from their dad again. From their dad again. He says nothing else, baby. November 7th was all she wrote. He said, oh, I ain't talking to her no more. Not her giving me them kids. So then on Tuesday, November 28th, she said, we should discuss your rights when you find some time so we can get it all over with. Because clearly he don't want to be involved. This is where he cut ties with her. This woman was not jumping in and out of your life. Please cut it out. You need to say that for somebody who's buying it, honey, and it ain't me. Yeah, I believe the ex-wife more. Them best friends were hunching for all 3 kids, and they were. And they were. Okay? They only take your phone in the pods, not in the outside world. Exactly. But see, if you don't know, you don't know. He could pull the wool over her eyes because if you haven't gone through that process and you don't really watch for a whole lot of detail, you might buy this. You might be like, okay, he is filming a show and they can't be on their phone and they don't have a TV. And child, you can say anything. Bri beat up her wife and enlisted her friends to lie about it in court. Now, the ex-wife, Deshawn, said Bri was bringing a woman in and out because she only wanted a family with the woman. Okay, so the part about the abuse, oh, you best believe I didn't overlook that. I definitely didn't overlook that. Patreon people, y'all speak up for me, honey. Because, baby, over on the Patreon, I said it. I said, you know what? I don't like none of y'all. And the only people I'm concerned about are the children. I don't get down with abuse. As somebody who is a victim of domestic violence, I don't get down with that. That's not something that I think, oh, I'm just going to overlook that because it ain't got nothing to do with the kids. No. It's still wrong on every thank you. We definitely saw it on Patreon. Okay, thank you, Lanice, honey. Let the people know. Baby, no, I did not overlook the fact that she was abusive at all. Because I feel like birds of a feather flock together. That's why you and Tyler were so cool. Y'all one and the same. But our issue is with Tyler because he went on the show. Tyler decided to go and take a wife and become a public figure. And the whole time he on the Terrace podcast worried about her having a blue check and getting the GoFundMe or whatever, or getting a cash app. That's the least of your worries. You shouldn't be worried about that. You kept pointing out, I got receipts. We didn't see not one receipt. And you know what? When Laterris called his bluff and said, oh yeah, I want to see them receipts. Let me see them. He didn't move. I said, he ain't got no damn receipts. Serene Storm, thank you. Thank you. Marsha said, yep, you called it out on Patreon. Okay. Because I just, baby, no. Look, when it comes to my morals, I'm for real about that. I stand for stuff. So I'm not going to just act like I didn't see that and I didn't hear that because I definitely did. And when I heard about them freak offs, I was like, you know what? Everybody disgusting. That was the first time when Deshawn went and did the interview. And, you know, I just feel like at a point, Everybody just needs to shut the hell up because the kids are going to see this. But I would no way in any form or fashion condone violence ever against anybody. I don't give a damn what they got going on. I don't condone Tyler being a loser and leaving these kids. I don't condone Bride not keeping her damn hands to herself because we learned that in kindergarten. Okay. And I don't condone Ashley condoning her man leaving these damn kids. It's just stupid. Child, it's a bunch of I out here telling us the abuse means nothing because it's not directed to the children. Say what now? Let me tell you something. That's kind of what really had me feeling like I don't want to hear anything from any of you, because if you're out here being abusive, then it's no better. You're no better than he is. You're not. And no, you didn't go on the show. No, this doesn't have anything to do with the children, but at the same time, it indirectly does. They are in a life of living hell. Which one of y'all gonna be the adult? Which one of y'all is going to be healthy and an example for them? And then Tyler want to get on there and keep saying, I don't want to talk about nobody. I ain't trying to bash nobody. You are trying to bash people. Everything you said immediately following was bashing someone. Everybody's just overlooking the abuse. Don't try to see. I guess I can semi understand what they're saying there, because it's like he's trying to veer us in another direction. That ain't got, child, don't make me cuss. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, if I did that, everybody, baby, what you've done is enough. That would really just be a cherry on top if we really want to be real. If they said that you did, but you know what? And I know y'all probably going to be like Misha now. I feel like you are abusing Ashley emotionally. Manipulation is a form of abuse. I know people don't want to own it. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to. Just because you're not physically touching someone does not mean that you're not abusing them in some way. People can legit run you crazy gaslighting you. I felt like I needed to be in a damn straitjacket when that soon-to-be ex got done with me. All I could do was sit somewhere and pray. That man had me so confused, manipulated, abused physically, mentally, emotionally. I was so I didn't know whether I was coming or going. Baby, I don't even know how I got my son to 9 years old. I felt like I was on autopilot, just moving through the day with the lies and the this and the accusations. And that is abuse. So you're abusive too, sir, allegedly. Okay? Now check that. So get on, child. Nah, no deflection. Two things can be correct. Bride's abusive and Tyler's abusive, and those kids deserve better. Tyler's still trash, Bonita, absolutely. Okay. But Tyler supported an abuser and vouched for her in court so she could keep them kids, because they the same, Lexi. Because they are the exact same person in different fonts. And they ain't fooling me. Okay. Talking about, I gave you that life. You wouldn't even have them kids if it wasn't for me. Me being Superman, I helped you. I mean, you could have had some kids, but it wouldn't have been those kids. Not those kids, not the kids that you don't care nothing about. How can you dismiss and disassociate from those kids? They have your whole entire face. My heart just would not let me. I would just be a puddle of nothingness. Those kids look exactly like him. They are the spitting image of him. How can you you just gonna leave your son and your twins high and dry like that? Okay. Didn't Tyler complain too that their Black love not being celebrated with interviews and social media brand deals? Now yeah. Talking about we couldn't even post about our anniversary. And then this what really throwed me off, child. Lateria's gonna talk about everybody put in the chat, happy anniversary. Say what now? Baby, that is about the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Why would I put in the chat happy anniversary to you? For what? I don't give a damn about your anniversary. Pay that child support. How about that? Like, get out of here. Even Ashley commented on how much the oldest looked like Lila and that she teared up. Yes, they look just like him. And that's how I know that's a bold-faced lie when he says, I didn't feel anything. I would look at those kids and I didn't feel nothing. That's a damn lie. You have to say that in order to pacify Ashley. That is a lie. I don't believe that for 1 second. You were claiming you were young. You were flying by the seat of your pants, making choices that you didn't think that far in the future about. And at the moment, that was something you were happy about. You probably was going and bragging to all your friends. Y'all got a son. He looked just like me and I got twins. Give me a break. But then when you would meet a woman and you thought you were going to be able to lay head to foot with her, then all of a sudden you like, oh, I don't have no kids. They live out the country. Tyler, shut the hell up. Just shut up. It was crazy how Tyler said he didn't feel anything emotionally towards his biological children. Jordan, that was asinine. That was scary as hell. Okay, because I understand that now, don't get me wrong, there are some instances where women have children and then they say, why don't I feel connected to my baby? It's like I had you, but I don't know, I just don't feel connected. I get that. But he was cutting umbilical cords and at doctor's appointments and doing all kinds of stuff. You definitely were emotionally attached to those kids. That's not like something Ashley told him. You're not even really emotionally connected to them. You know what? I'm not. Hey, Tyler, welcome to the Dear Future Wifey podcast. I didn't feel connected to them kids. I ain't feel connected to them kids. Sir, shut the hell up. Sir, shut the hell up. You know damn well you felt attached to them kids. You just saying what you done learned at home. Child, anyway. The bottom line is that he had a relationship with the kids and he just ghosted. All the other stuff between adults is bad, but separate from what he's doing to the kids who saw him as a dad. I agree, Tina. But we also don't want to overlook that abuse, though. Because the woman put it out there, so we got to talk about it. I don't overlook. Y'all know I give y'all a whole lot of detail. I be talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the show. Did y'all see her shoes? They were red and they had blue laces. That was ugly. It ain't got nothing to do with the show. So I have to talk about Bride's abuse. Okay, because I'm not down for it. But I agree with you. I mean, he did just ghost. Like, it's ridiculous. How can I argue with her holding a baby with eyes like yours? Mary tried to teach him, okay, and didn't learn him nothing. Yes, a lot of what he said sounded like repetition, just like on the reunion when Ashley was looking him in the eye to make sure he got it right. Oh, thank you, Nicolette, for bringing that up, okay? Because, okay, at 21:04 during the podcast, minute 21, okay, in 4 seconds, Lateris asked him, why did you answer I don't know about the kids, knowing how you looked? Now, he said, now let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, he said, I was trying to avoid, and I was just trying to avoid it. And then I realized that the cameras were rolling. This man said he realized that the cameras were rolling. And this is why Ashley does not let you speak without her. Because what do you mean you realized that the cameras were rolling? I thought you and Ashley said y'all reenacted it for us fools out here in TV land. Oh, okay. I'm like, that's a bold-faced lie. You know what? Actually, let me bring Candy back so he could talk about the...
Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Lie detector test.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Okay? You said that you realized the cameras were there. So actually, this was a real moment. And you lied to Ashley. That was a real question to all the people who said it was edited to make it seem like he said it and he didn't say, oh, y'all will find an excuse for anything, child. You were lying to her in that moment. And then y'all decided to concoct another lie to come on to the reunion. Because Ashley said something totally different. Let's listen. Okay. So let me go to minute 21:04 so y'all can hear him say this. And then after we go to minute 21:04, I'm going to let you hear what Ashley said at the reunion. They need to get real, honey. Play with somebody else. Play with somebody else, child, because I ain't the one or the two. I'm going to come with my stuff already ready and lined up. So let's get into it.
Maybe I know. See, that's
so it was like I don't know. It was like a look around. I don't know. So that was me trying to avoid. And then as I said it to avoid, I realized we were filming. So that night, as soon as camera stopped, I was like, okay, we had conversations off camera. And I'm like, look, I don't want to talk about this. I had mentioned multiple times to Ashley, I don't want to talk about this on camera. And she was like, we have to. Like, I feel a certain type of way now. I can't interact. We have been so loving. Up until that point, people loved us because the way we loved each other. that was coming to a halt because I came out and told her on my own the night prior. So then that came up and I'm like, I'm trying to avoid this on camera. I really was. When she asked, it was like a quick avoidance, escape. How can I get away from this? And I was like, I don't know. Told Ashley, the picture showed her, yes, they know what I look like.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay. Jocelyn, thank you for the super chat. MLK voice. I have a dream that that on even one season of reality TV, we will have a normal, well-adjusted, I'll even take boring, Black couple. I have a dream today. Jocelyn, please. Jocelyn, please. I'm not finna play. Girl, that is a fool. Okay, so y'all heard what he said about the manipulation of it all. Now I want you to hear Ashley. Get ready to lie. Okay? Let's get into it. This one's gonna be a little sped up, so y'all gotta listen closely, okay? Here we go.
I told him in some capacity we have to talk about this. And, there were things he was comfortable sharing and things he wasn't. For example, one time I asked him, I said, do they know what you look like? And he's like, I don't think so. And you could tell that he was trying to lie. Yeah. So of course he divulged that information. I'm so sorry. Let me say that he was trying to lie for the cameras, but you guys had already had this conversation. See, that's the thing is we weren't there. We weren't there for.
He was trying to lie for the cameras. But of course, you guys had already had that conversation. Here go Vanessa. Yeah, because see, we're not privy to everything that you guys talk about. Girl, stop trying to save face. We ain't foolish. Y'all ain't fooling us. He talks too much. And now he's totally debunked everything that Ashley has stated. Like she said something totally different. She said it was in reenactment. You said it was her bringing it to you. Okay. Because y'all had to talk about it and then you realized the cameras were there and you were trying to avoid it. But later on, you showed her pictures. Y'all need to get y'all lives together. She probably should have came and sat out in the audience, honey. I know it ain't no audience, but she should have been in your ear or something because you can't do this alone. Daniela said someone else pointed out how quickly he threw Ashley under the bus. Everything was Ashley's decision. Yes, everything is everybody else's fault, decision, all of that. None of it has to do with Tyler. None of it. Crystal said, see, but if he was actually a sperm donor for a friend, it would only make sense the children have met you. It's a lie that doesn't even make sense. Child, he wanted to be brother man from the 5th floor so bad. I lived downstairs and they lived upstairs. Child, Deshaun told us that you and Bri were living together. That's how the twins were conceived. When she moved away, okay, and decided to go on down to California, you and Bri were living together because according to Simone, shout out to Simone Redwine, honey, she pulled up all the evictions. You ain't have a damn place to stay. And on the podcast, you talking about you were so successful. With what? Lying? Lying is about the only successful thing that you've accomplished because you ended up with somebody that would be foolish enough to believe your damn lies. You didn't have a place to stay. And so you moved in with Bri, and that's how the twins were created. That's how they came to be. You keep saying I was living downstairs. Yeah, at one point, but you also lived with them, which would make you even further involved. Sure, anyway. Every decision, everybody else's, but Tyler's. However, Tyler makes great decisions. Yes, he sure did say that. He said, my mom knows that I've always made great decisions. So what are the great decisions here with us today? Then he kept saying he was a people pleaser. Nobody on this earth except Ashley, and probably not even Ashley, baby, they probably be fighting and clawing each other's eyes out. Do you hear me? When I tell you that is probably a life of misery, and to think you don't want, let me speak directly to you, Ashley. Okay, let me speak directly to you, honey. I have been there. I have been where you think you don't want anybody to know that you failed, that you made a mistake, that it was a stupid decision. You should have listened to your mom and them, and you don't want to, you trying to save face. Girl, get out. You ain't got to stay with that man because y'all went on no damn Love is Blind. You better call Ayanna and them. You don't have to stay with this man. That is a life of misery to have to fight your way through every day. You're afraid to go on social media. You can't post like you want to. People sending you crazy stuff in the DMs. You better not go over there on that clock app. Because if you go over there, baby, you're going to have to fight your way through them weeds, honey, because the grass is tall over there on TikTok. Why would you want to even endure that? He ain't even all that great. Girl, he's really not offering anything. You're raising him. Girl, you better go listen to some K. Michelle. You cannot raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? Girl, that's crazy as hell. You need to leave that man where he is and stop worrying about what you were on Love is Blind. Have some self-respect and walk away with some kind of dignity. Then and only then should you be speaking. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I really don't. Okay, because it just don't make no damn sense. Tyler's job title was judged up. He probably worked for Allied. Erica, why did I immediately think Allied? But I didn't think anybody was going to know what I was talking about because I was going to say, not him working for Allied. Child, when I tell you I know so many people who used to work for them as a security guard. Mind you, one of my exes from college, he used to work for Allied. And he used to have me come sit at this hotel downtown in Houston. It's up now, but it was back in the day. And they were just building it, and he would sit down there all night, and I would bring him some Whataburger, child, and we'd be down there talking. He know he a top flight security, child. Anyway, that's what she likes. She want to be Captain Save, a deadbeat. Exactly, baby girl 7. And the whole damn time, he don't even care about her for real. These type of men are not capable of loving anybody, not even their damn selves. I know he's telling you everything you want to hear, girl. I know. Trust me, I know. He is telling you everything that he thinks sounds good. He does not care about you. He don't. He tried to lie his way out of that situation about you not being his type. Let me see. Did I get that? Because, honey, we got to get to that as well. Okay. He tried to lie about you not being his type. Okay. Well, I want to know more, laugh out loud. How's it going with y'all now that y'all have seen each other? This is crazy. Ha, ha, ha. So then he says, it's cool. She doesn't look like anyone I've ever dated. I'll just say that. But then why do you have a smiley face emoji, a laughing face emoji? Why are you crying laughing after that? But then you got on here and Lateris, this kind of made me look at you like, say, what now? I won't be watching you again. Because you said, oh, you like them light skinned? Ew. Say what now? He's like, you like them light skinned. Well, they know he like them light skinned, baby, because they've been doing the research over there on TikTok and pulled up all his liked videos. And it's not Ashley. And he got on the podcast and said, no, I was just simply saying that, I've never dated anyone like Ashley. Ashley's great. She's beautiful. She's a woman of God. Sir, you meant it exactly how you were talking to your partner about it. Because bride to you is one of the boys. This came out of your mouth. I'm just repeating what you said. Okay? All things are alleged, and in my opinion. All views expressed are opinions and alleged. If you would like to support my channel, y'all know how y'all can do it. You said that Bride was one of your friends. She's one of the boys. So this text message is to one of the boys. And you were saying to her, in code, this ain't nobody I would never really date. Wink, wink. But she cool, though. What? That sounds like one of them deadbeats that need a place to stay in the wintertime. So you don't care if she got one eye, one leg, and one strand of hair, baby. As long as she got a warm place to lay down, y'all together. Then as soon as that sun come out again, you outside with it. Child, please. He wanted to be bro man from the 5th floor and ended up being this top flight. Yes, he did, Omar. T said, I would be pissed to come home from work and see Tyler sitting on the couch. Girl, listen, not him saying he got a business. Tell me, because I got a business. It's a franchise, but I own it. What is it? Rent 'em spoons? Huh? I don't trust nothing about you. I don't trust. That's a lie too. That's a lie too. Talking about they don't know what kind of stuff me and Ashley, we got so much stuff tied up. Tied up in what? You ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw and pay that woman her damn money and give back them sunglasses. Ya bum. Bonita said, exactly. She one of the boys and every like is light skinned and young. Random pages with very little followers. Dude is a nasty bum. Girl, disgusting. And don't get me started on the fact that he was messaging another woman while he was in the shared apartment with Ashley, asking her to come over the night that he spilled that he had sperm babies. And the girl was like, I'm finna go to sleep. You taking too long to respond or something she told him. I posted it on the Patreon, child. I can't remember. But he was messaging other women. His preference. Girl, you're going to be in a living hell. I'm telling you. I really hate to. I don't want to put myself in Ashley's shoes, but I see myself in Ashley's shoes, girl. The man is because and only because, not for the fact of, you left your kids and you a deadbeat, not that part, but just the simple fact that I know how a man like to play in your face. I was not my soon-to-be ex's husband's preference. I was not. Okay, I'm curvy. Okay, it's giving BBL, but it's homegrown. He was telling me, oh, I like thick girls and this and that. Tell me why every single like on Instagram, every single picture in the phone was giving something totally different. It wasn't even my damn race. So, so for me, I can see the signs clear as day, girl. He's trying to play in your face. And you just sitting up there taking it. What about the freak offs? So then he gonna lie and say, because he getting comfortable. This is the part where he get comfortable on the podcast and start opening his legs up and sitting up a little bit. I said, oh, he getting good and comfortable. And it wasn't any freak offs. She was never there doing any of that. Well, that ain't what the ex-wife said. The ex-wife said she was over in the corner, strumming her pain with her fingers. So you're saying she wasn't there? Okay, because I believe that. So if you don't shut the hell up, I know we never had any parties. We didn't get. Yes, y'all did, allegedly. Okay, that's how they be getting down in them. Child, I could tell y'all some story times. Yeah, yes, y'all did. That's what I will say. That's a damn lie. Unpopular opinion: Ashley wants to control a man because she talked about in other interviews how the athletes and ballers be playing her real bad. Yeah. And see, she can Geppetto him, baby. He is Pinocchio. He already got his Pinocchio on, so she can pull the strings. She can pull the strings and make his head turn and make him say whatever it is she wants him to say. She just can't put him out there by himself for too long to talk by himself, because he starts lying and then everybody catches him because he's not good at it. See, you're good at it with people who don't know no better, and the people that want to coddle you and believe anything you say. You're not good at it with people that are watching you from every walk of life. We're going to all get together and figure out that the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
We're going to get together and figure it out. So, I mean, you can play that with her, but you can't play that with everybody else. You need to find something else to do. She probably telling Tyler, don't nobody else want you. 7 evictions and 3 kids and no job. Baby, she probably beating him down to the ground, and it's exactly what he deserved for abandoning them damn kids. Not puppet master. I'm a puppet master on these jobs. Oh, child. They trying to play Brian's in love with Tyler, but I think Tyler felt, that's what I think too. They keep saying it. She just loves him. I think it's mutual. But because you know why I think it's mutual, Lexi? Because on the podcast, he kept saying, she just kept saying that it could never work with me. It has to be a woman. She just kept saying that. Why is that something relevant to say? Did you want to be in that space? That's how I know you didn't detach yourself from them damn children. You keep saying, I'm so hurt that she would push me out as soon as she would get somebody, and then when they would leave, she would bring me back in. I wouldn't be hurt about being in and out of a relationship with kids that I don't have any attachment to. If I'm not emotionally attached to you, why would I care whether or not your mom lets me talk to you or not? I don't give a damn. See, you just got to listen to what he's saying. And I believe you, Lexi. I'm with you. I think he fell for her as well. Because, I mean, y'all laid down and did something for some reason. She's a pretty lady. So, child. And I think Ashley is staying because she has made herself believe, allegedly, this is what I think in my mind, that it's okay because it's Bri. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she has that life, and she's a sperm donor mom, and her mom tried to beat it out of her, and they don't really condone that. So, you know, it's her. Baby, you in competition with her as well. Does she have a vagina? Survey says, ding, 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 ding. Okay, you got to compete with her as well, honey. Don't let Tyler fool you. He trying to make it seem like, no, it's not even like that. Like, she don't even like guys like that. It doesn't matter. She had 3 kids, and you helped with all 3 of them. You are biologically their dad. And Ashley, you're trying to make yourself feel better by calling her sperm donor mom and that lady. And girl, anyway, Even if she was straight as an arrow, it wouldn't mean a damn thing. The outcome is still the same. You still need to keep your good eye out. Because let me tell you something, it be the ones you ain't even thinking about or worried about. That's the actual issue. So you can sit there and play a fool if you want to. Okay. At this point, this is so embarrassing on all levels. If I was Bri, and I know what I'm about to say is easier said than done, I would have had Tyler sign his rights away for the sanity of my kids. Love, Jay, sometimes that's necessary. I'm sorry, it just is. And it's gotten so big and so out of control and so messy that it's overshadowed this. And let me tell you something. If I was on this season of Love is Blind, when I tell you pissed, now the entire cast was unlikable. That's just my opinion. Other people may disagree. But let's just say I did have a love story. I did give Lauren and Cameron or Brittany. I did have that kind of love story. It's all been overshadowed by Tyler, his genetic donation, Ashley and her stupidity, and Bri and that woman that she was with. All of it has been overshadowed. I would be pissed. I done got on this damn season and now I'm talking about you. Because everybody that has done an interview, they're asking about Tyler and Ashley. So what do you think about Tyler and Ashley? I think nothing. I think I came here to have an interview. Like, what? Tyler is in love with Bri and he wanted to have a family. I feel that too. I feel that's because I'm telling y'all, I don't understand why. And then he said he felt like a glorified babysitter that she just wants money from. No, sir, you signed up for that. You know, when they were about to fight in court and you stepped up for this lady and you said, hey, I'm actually involved. I'm in their lives. So don't take him from me and give him to Deshaun. Keep him here with us. Tyler. Oh, honey, it's just the ignorance for me. It's the ignorance for me. Have you ever noticed that every favorite couple that came out of Love is Blind has been with a Black woman? You know what? Not until you just mentioned it, but you sure right. Huh. It's either it's on two ends of the spectrum. It's either every successful couple that comes out of it is with a Black woman, or everyone that's being made a fool of, it's a Black woman. Okay, I wish I would have ran down all the women who have been victimized by this show. Like, it just, oh, child, it's just awful. And they really need to start divulging pertinent information, because keeping things to yourself for the sake of, well, we don't want that to get out, it has nothing to do with Love is Blind, that's crazy. You really need to start speaking up. I know it is true, isn't it? Bri has said that she doesn't want him to see the kids at this point, but she will be holding him accountable for the child support, and I don't blame her. He mad because she got a cash app. Talking about, oh, so y'all just getting together for the domestic violence GoFundMe? Tyler, you know damn well that they are giving to those kids specifically. They are not condoning what she has done. They are giving to those kids, and you know that. You don't want nobody to take care of them. You said, if I say F them, everybody needs to say F them. That's not how this works. Just because you decided to go that way doesn't mean that other people's hearts weren't touched by those kids' story. It's the holiday season. What? Don't shut up. Yeah, like, it is true. She said, my lesbian friend did the same thing Brian Tyler did. Really? How is it working out for her? Because, baby, it's shoulder fool over here. Mizzle14 said, he said that he's a people pleaser, but he's not pleasing his kids. That's the biggest please he needs to do. Those are people. Just be here. Just be there for him. And she wanted him just to see his kids at first. Just don't abandon them. That's it. That's all. And actually, since there's no paperwork involved and nothing notarized stating that you were simply a donor, where is Maury? You are the father. You're not playing the daddy. You're not pretending to be the daddy. You are the father. There's no paperwork. It's just as simple as that. You're not a donor. There's no paperwork. And let the ex-wife tell it. Y'all two were doing the deed, and that's how she got the first baby. So I'm not buying nothing you selling. Okay. Ruby Ray said those kids don't have a place for him to stay. He got to stay where he won't get evicted and pay money. True. Tyler is mad Bri got donations and Tyler won't be getting sponsorship. Yeah, that's what he pissed about. So we can't even post our anniversary. I don't care. I don't care. And I felt like he could have been held more accountable. If this is the only interview that he's going to do, you need to go ahead and hold this man accountable. Now is not the time to say that people are attacking him. No one is attacking him. They just want him to be accountable for his actions. And like I said, there is nothing wrong with course correcting. There's no need to get defensive. Your style is your style of interview. That is perfectly okay. But at some point, if we ever want to move forward as a society as a whole, we got to start holding each other accountable. Girl, I don't like that you did that. Dude, why would you just abandon your kids? Now, I can't hang with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to say things. When he was lying and deflecting 99% of the interview, and he continued to ask him, were the twins conceived naturally? Tyler tap danced and skated all around that question. He acted like he didn't even hear this man. He waits to the end of the podcast and then says, I really wish that he would have answered my question about how the twins were conceived. Well, that's where you stop. Okay, get on your Barbara Walters, because one thing Barbara gonna do, she gonna ask the questions, honey. She asked them questions back in the day. You stop him and you say, Tyler, man to man, it's just me and you. Because you can make him forget them cameras are there. It's just me and you. Did you conceive those twins naturally? Bri is a pretty woman. So, I wouldn't be shocked if you did. But I asked you for full transparency when we first started, and I'm going to hold you to being a man of your word. Did you conceive them damn twins naturally? That probably would have been enough for Ashley to pack her wigs up. But instead, you wait till you get to the end and then say, well, I wish I would have asked them more about them conceiving naturally. Then he started to turn it around on all of us who have been doing lives and things like that and said, if we see this interview and we decide to make a video about said interview, then we need to give more grace. And then at the end, he says, y'all need to stop being toxic. We need to stop being toxic. Baby, when I tell you I was so pissed because that was at the very end, I had already sat through 2 hours and 25 minutes. I was upset. Not you gonna call me toxic after I done sat here and gave you this view on this 3-hour video where this is the biggest and most toxic. Well, Derek Jackson was there, but this man is toxic. Don't be talking about we toxic because we want to hold him accountable and we want to call him to the carpet. Somebody, y'all need to stop being toxic. What? And that was directed at every female, as he called us over there on that other live. That was directed to the women that are breaking down this Love is Blind debacle. How are we toxic? No, the man that's sitting across from you lying that you won't call out, he's toxic. Come on, we probably would have came to blows. We would have been fighting. No, this is a professional setting. If he wanted to end the interview, that's all we would have needed to know. But you know what? You would have covered you. You got to start thinking about your brand because you best believe Netflix thinking about them. They're not worried about you. That's why they chose you. They made sure to choose someone that was going to take it easy on them. Look at the people that Ashley interviewed with, the Vile Files, Raven and Miranda. Come on now. Raven and Miranda didn't even ask no questions, child. I don't even know why she went over there. And the Vile Files, it makes so much sense now, Ashley. Ashley, you're right. This is Ashley. I'm like, what the hell is this? When I say my face was frowned up 99% of the time, I said, you're right, Ashley. Okay, child. Y'all accept anything. Anyway, you need to protect your brand at all costs. And I'm not going to lose all my subscribers because y'all want me to play here with Tyler in the dirt. That's not going to work. And see, that's why they don't allow certain outlets to interview their people. But like I'm saying, it's a way. You got to have a way with words. No, I wouldn't sit this man in front of me and say, okay, you deadbeat. Why did you leave them damn kids? And you ain't fooling me. No, I wouldn't. I would word it in a way so that I could get a semi-truth, if anything. And then when he got through lying to me, I would definitely steer him in another direction. That's not an attack. I was just like, what is this? But I'm really not shocked because, again, we got the same thing when we saw Derek Jackson's interview. It's just, listen, they gonna make sure that they look out for each other. If it's one thing a man gonna do, it's not correct another man. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. And so I really wasn't shocked. I just wasn't. Ashley and Tyler think they're famous, but we will move on as soon as the next season starts and he'll still be a deadbeat. Girl, ain't that the truth, Ruth? I almost forgot about him, period, until somebody sent me a DM talking about Tyler finna do an interview. I'm like, say what now? Child, I had moved on, honey. Once I started frowning up whenever Ashley started speaking, I knew it was enough for me. I said, well, I don't even like this girl no more. Let me not even watch her, child. This is a fool. The producers only want people that will coddle Tyler, Legion Jr. and Ashley, the desperate enabler. If this ain't the truth, that's it. They just want people that they know are going to play the game. I'm sorry, but I'm not. That's why I'm over here on YouTube and not on a major network. I should be able to say whatever the hell I want to say and how I want to say it. As long as I'm not offensive, calling you out of your name, or just being downright ignorant and not allowing you a space to speak, I should be fine with asking the questions that the actual viewing public wants to know. We got 0 answers from the reunion. Ashley and Tyler got 2 different stories. The man said he was playing father. He says that he was a very successful man, but he was working as top flight security. Nothing wrong with top flight security, honey, because let me tell you something. Back in college, I wouldn't try to get me a security job. Knowing I wasn't going to secure not a thing. Honey, the minute them people came, I would have been running and screaming 911. I would have called. I would have called him. But Tyler is nothing but a lie and the truth ain't in him, as my grandmother would say. Ashley and Tyler both have a long road ahead. I don't know how she could believe this story. It's too many holes and inconsistencies. She waited 10 years with a loser and now married a father of 3. Oh, bees, wait, when you put it that way. Oh, child, put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home. Child, this is ridiculous. I feel so bad for her, but it's like I can't feel bad for her because you like this. And if you like it, I love it. So me and Ashley, I'm going to answer for her. I think she's happy. Do y'all even live together? Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. I don't trust it. Let me show y'all this PSA that Ashley gave. Okay, while we're on the subject of. Okay, so this is what Ashley posted after the interview went down. She says, let me say this for the people in the back. The love y'all saw on the show was real. Girl, ain't nobody in the back. You ain't got but 3 people listening. Now talk to us. I love deeply. So having my love story be rated and criticized by society has been an incredible feeling. Well, I'm sorry, an indescribable feeling. Heartbreaking, really. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. So to write in these comments and tell me to leave my husband because y'all said so, like emotions and feelings can be lost at the drop of a dime, is insanity. Girl, you're in the sunken place. You really are. All while the entire world, it feels, is beating him and me up on a daily basis, is nowhere near how I operate in love and never will. Well, girl, if you want to be a dummy, then go and be a dummy. See, this is what I'm saying that pisses me off. You keep doing these PSAs and trying to make it our fault. It's not our fault. It's your fault for sticking with a man who would abandon children. And you ain't going to understand until it happens to you. Now, that's as harshly and as nicely as I can put it. When it's your turn, you will be back on here with another PSA. And you better hope that these people in the back want to hear it. Girl, don't piss me off. So to write in these comments, okay, talking about we beating them up. Girl, you don't piss me off. And I never will. I wouldn't even leave my friends during their time of need, whether they're right or wrong. I'd hate to be y'all's friends. No, you wouldn't, baby. Because if you were my friend, trust and believe you will be protected. I'm going to listen to you, but I'm also going to come to you real. You want a yes man. You want a yes man in your marriage. You want a yes man as your friend. That's not how this works. That's why you're in this situation. You probably didn't dismiss every one of them women down to that bridal party because they probably told you what it is and what it really was. Don't try to make this our fault. Tell me, I hate to be y'all friend. Girl, you ain't got to worry about being my friend because I don't hang with, girl. Oh, child, I don't hang with bird brains. Being solid and holding someone down when they're at their lowest doesn't mean you're enabling their behavior. Yes, it does, baby. Yes, it does. Until I see all of you and them kids dressed in matching pajamas, you are an enabler. So I don't want to hear it. I'm not a yes man or woman. There are many things I don't agree with. Honestly, all of this has been a nightmare to navigate. Now, I can understand that. I'm sure that it has. But how I reprimand him or the things we talk about in our household is not anyone's business. Girl, you're so happy to be able to say household and navigate the marriage. Girl, we don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. You got on a podcast and said some of us have never been married and it shows. Well, I'm here to tell you that I have been twice and I still wouldn't look at a damn Tyler. You are so happy to be in the marital space, and that is great if it's good. But just to have a man, just to say you have a man and you have a ring, PSA to Ashley, that is a fool. Okay, that is a plumb damn fool. Girl, don't make no sense. Talking about some reprimand. Anyway, back to the mess. Being solid and holding someone down when they are at their lowest doesn't mean you're enabling their behavior. I'm not a yes man or a woman. There are many things I don't agree with. Honestly, all of this has been a nightmare to navigate, but how I reprimand him, not reprimand like he your child. Anyway, I believe that is how a wife or anyone in a relationship should operate. At the end of the day, I just became a public figure like yesterday. Oh, goodness. But I'm still just a girl. Like, dang, laugh out loud. I don't give a F what show I signed up for. Just humor me for a sec. Imagine navigating an intimate situation like this with the opinions of millions of people, good and the bad. The pressure is immense, but the cameras are off. This tea is for y'all, but this is my real life. Ashley, we would be more than happy to be Team Ashley if you gave us something to work with. Every other day, you bitching us out. You on every single platform being rude. And for what? Nobody was actually ever rude to you, Ashley, until you started being rude first. Everybody was like, okay, well, he probably doing this to her and we don't know what's going on. We just want Ashley to be happy. Ashley. We don't want you to deal with a man who would do this to his kids because he could come back on you. Girl, we were trying to help you. I understand you're just a girl. You're trying to make it cute at the end, but you really need to just go dark, sit somewhere and think about what's going on. And when you come out better on the other side, then I'm sure people will be there to listen. But don't try to make it like it's our fault. You lack accountability as well. Take some responsibility for your decision to continue on with this man. Then she says, furthermore, for these people questioning my faith. Oh, that right there has been the hardest part. I have seen the most evil come from humanity during this. Girl, if you use humanity one more time, I don't know if that's your SAT word. I don't know if this is your word of the day from the calendar. Girl, you're going to wear humanity out. So let me say this. I am trying to love like Christ, and it ain't easy. Y'all can mock that however you want. My relationship with God is my foundation, and it is my reason for being. And no one on social media will ever taint that. If you knew me in real life, you could speak to that. Now, again, that doesn't mean because you love like Christ, you have to be a fool, because girl, I was just going to say, or allow/condone just anything. No, it means loving someone despite their flaws, decisions, etc. And ultimately, by showing Tyler that kind of love he's never received, it will lead him closer to girl. You cannot change this man. That's his sob story. I never received love. Mine told me I got abandonment issues. You can't leave me. And I was just sitting there like a fool, just like Ashley. To my, I don't want to abandon him. Anyway. Anywho, I'm trying to show Tyler that kind of love that he's never received, and it will lead him closer to Christ, which will have the biggest impact on his life and on his decision making. Like, aren't we all undeserving of Jesus's unconditional love? But he gives it to us anyway. A lot of y'all are missing it, and it's religious Christians doing it. Typical. Y'all are the ones who push people further away from Christ. Ashley is really upsetting me with this thing. Let me hear up with this. Instead of tearing us down, why not send encouragement? Why not speak life into us? That's why people say they hate the church now. Girl, you are really reaching. You are really reaching, sleeping next to a man who doesn't care about you or anybody else. Just stop it right now. I am a true believer in Christ, which means I am who he says I am, and he don't play about me. Anything I choose to do next will be based off of what Jesus and Ashley wants. More of him and less of me. Not the opinions of others. That's the last thing I'll say on this. Girl, you're always telling us the last time was the last time. When is the last time? Then she says, y'all did y'all's big one trying to attack my faith. Nice try. Okay, anyway, child, it's so corny, honey. It's giving corny. I had a realization today that it's not about Tyler or his children, it's about her. I find it funny that she has no pictures of her husband on her page. Miss Flo, you better speak your speech, honey. You better speak your speech. True West said blaming Christianity for being a bird and a dummy. Scary sight. Ain't that the truth? Simply D said Ashley's problem is she doesn't want to admit that she was swindled. And girl, Simply D, that's what I said about 45 minutes ago. I said, girl, you're trying to save face and it's okay to admit that you made a mistake. She's on this parade to prove she's smart. Child, that's the truth. Becoming EJ said the reason why people hate the church is because of people like Tyler and Ashley. You better say it. You better say it, honey, because that's exactly why. And if I gotta, and you know what? Ashley is one of those, well, it goes in this order. It's God, my husband, and I have to forsake all others, which is true. But the way in which she is personifying this good Christian wife, now that would scare somebody away. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to endure all things to hurt me for the sake of being a good Christian wife? No, Ashley, don't start that. Don't start that because you're finna piss me off. Taronda said, God is not the operation of confusion. This whole situation is confusing and a hot mess. Taronda, thank you for being a member. And thank you for putting a nail in it. Because that's it right there. And then the ex-wife came out and she spoke her speech. But something didn't sit right with me with that. Now, I think the only people who agree with me would be one of my patrons and one of my friends. We're the only three that probably would agree with this. But when I saw her 3 parts, I felt like she more so wanted to be more involved than she actually should be. Because at the end of the day, all she was really talking about is Bri and what Bri has done to her and what her and Bri have gone through. And the ex is this and the this and who is talking about the kids? Do any of you care about them? Because the way Tyler made it seem like Bri has a kid to appease her mom, and then she wants everybody else to take care of him. He's a hands-off uncle who was made to wear a shirt, and he doesn't have any attachment. F them kids. Then here you come talking about, yeah, she did this and she did that, and nobody's talking about how the kids are going to feel a little bit later on. What's wrong with y'all? I want all of y'all to go away. I'm not on team anybody except team kids. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what she has to say. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is, are those kids at the age that they are now, when their memory is now forming, because my son can't remember things from like 3 and 4, but 5 on, I would say 5 or 6. He can remember, and those kids are old enough to remember all of this. And then what if one of their friends' moms have watched all of this? I saw somebody say in the comment section, I saw Bri and the kids at the grocery store, and I wanted to go up to them and say something. Are you insane? Are you insane? You were about to walk up to this woman and her children? That is why I never posted them babies on this live. No. I'm not going to post them babies' face on this live. I'm just not going to do that. Even when I did the video for Patreon, I still put a heart over their face. I'm just not going to partake in that. Yes, I understand that it's everywhere else and y'all can see it, but I'm just not going to do that. I don't know if it's the mama in me or what. Y'all not going to watch them kids and be up in their face on my watch. It was a video that was attached to the ex-wife's TikTok. I didn't even show them the video. I said, I'm not going to show y'all that video because it's got the kids in it. I'll read y'all what she said. I don't play like that. I do not play like that. I'm not putting them kids all over. And you thought you was going to go up to this lady and talk to her in the grocery store. And then somebody just said it in the chat. Oh, here it is. I love my brown skin. She's on a revenge campaign. She is. Because, girl, we do not need your review of the interview. I just want to clear something up. So I was here and then I went out of town. What does that have to do with the kids? And then Bri had called me and I didn't call her back. What does that have to do with the kids? Say what now? Okay. I don't want to hear nothing. You just want to be a main character. You shouldn't even want to be in this circus. Baby, I would have never come forward. Do you hear me? When I say they would have been looking for me, well, they say Misha would, who? Baby, you would have been getting error message 404. I don't know you. Sorry to this man. I don't know them kids. I don't know nobody. Don't come over here with that. You shouldn't even want to be involved in this, girl. And you created a whole TikTok just to talk about this. You have 4 videos up and it's only about this. But then when Bri did the interview, she didn't mention you. But then when Tyler did his interview, he mentioned you and her. And none of y'all mentioned the kids. Except Bri. She did mention the kids. But y'all need to stop. Like, y'all really need to stop. And Tyler daring people to walk up on Ashley and say something to her, just dumb. Oh, I think all characters involved are sussy. I think Brian. I love the word sussy. I think Brian and the ex-wife have decided to capitalize on their notoriety. Because, baby, she got 3,000 people over there on that TikTok listening to that 50-part. That thing was so long. I think it was like 35 or 40 minutes. And I played the video or whatever over on the Patreon, but she wasn't really talking about nothing. Because and then the thing that really kind of made me kind of mad about her video is she was more so on Tyler's side. It seemed like Tyler and her against Bri. That's not what this is about. This is not about you in defense of Tyler. What does it have to do with the children? You got nothing? Okay, I didn't think you had anything. Like, that's crazy. This is a bit of Bri's fault. Her and Tyler plotted during that custody case with Deshaun. You know what? Now you speaking. And look at the result. Custody should have been between just Bri and Deshaun. Baby, you got me together. Because I ain't even think about that. You're right. You're right. Now you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. This your damn fault. You wanted it and you got it. Misha, Deshaun did mention her son several times. She mentioned the son, but it was more so like, and then I did agree with Tyler on this because Bri did this, and I did agree with Tyler on this because Bri did that. Like, are you wanting to be back involved with the son? Or is this just for you to let us know that some of the things that he said about Bri, we should be paying attention to? That's what it gave me. I don't know. The more they speak, the worse it gets. They all need to stop interviewing, get off social media, and just figure out the child support stuff in court. Everybody zip it. Yeah, so, so the babies don't have to see it. Just don't talk about it no more. They stole her son. They did, Nicolette. They did. And that's why it's a big mess. And who was it? The comment that I just had up here about it being Bri's fault? That's right. They completely pushed her out. They did. But see, the thing is, now that they have completely pushed her out and she's not in the situation at all, she went on to Jesse's podcast and she interviewed with them. And the interview then was more so about the relationship versus the children. And, I understand you want to be able to say what exactly you endured in this relationship and why things played out the way that they did and why the outcome is that Tyler is more involved than not. I totally get that. But after that, we know Tyler is a liar. So to create like a separate TikTok and now start posting and speaking your speech now all of a sudden, I don't know. I just want everybody to be quiet. I'm looking at everybody because all of y'all at the end of the day are talking too much and it's going to backfire because the kids are going to know intimate details that they shouldn't, things that they should not know about. Never hide the fact that you've been through something. I was happy that she spoke out about that because people need to know that domestic violence happens in all types of relationships. So I was very proud of her for coming forward and saying that. But at the same time, that TikTok, I don't know, parts of it gave me cause for pause. I'm just saying. All involved have or had horrible decision-making skills. Why would you want your BFF who is engaged to be your child's paternal donor? They both knew that he did not have exemplary character. And Deshaun didn't want him to be any parts of that. But because Bri and him were cool and, she's thinking, we can get him to do it for the free. But what I will say is she did point out that he lied about the fact that they couldn't afford it. And I was wondering, like, if she got a top security clearance type job, they make great money in the military. So I didn't believe for 1 second that they could not afford, and they have awesome benefits. I did not think for 1 second that they could not afford the cryobank. That didn't make sense to me. So after his interview, she did clear up that that's a lie. They could afford it, but Bri wanted to go with Tyler. Oh, and Tyler saying that they kept vials for months. No, I was going to do single motherhood by choice had I not gotten married. And I went to a cryo bank. And you cannot. You've been watching too many sitcoms, Tyler. I don't know who told you that made sense to say, but it did not. You do not keep vials in the freezer next to the frozen food. That's not how this works. You need a tank for that. So and then they give you this big tank to take home with you. Trust me, I went through it all. And then when I was getting, I'm going through my situation with that soon to be ex, I wanted my son to have a sibling, and I thought about going that route, and I revisited that. So you just lying just to lie. You don't even know what you're saying. What is wrong with you? That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard of grown man. He watched too much TV. Talking about they had a few of my vials and they were just using them all willy-nilly. Sir, nobody is walking around with your seam. Nobody. Nobody at all. You laid it low and spread it wide, and you got your beautiful twins. Please own it. And shut up while you're at it. CC, thank you for the super chat. To be honest, Ashley reminds me of those stepmoms that when the abandoned kids try to call the dad, stepmom tells them to never call there again, etc., and wants him to only focus on his new family on Real Housewives of New York. Listen, not only on Real Housewives of New York, on a show that I reviewed a few months back called The Family Empire Houston. It's given very much The Family Empire Houston. And if you didn't watch that show, it came on, and it was a situation similar to this, except the aunt decided that she wanted the baby involved. So she went and got Keisha and brought her into the family. Because what you will not do is act like this baby does not exist. Because the mama was trying to erase her and everything attached to her. That's what it's given. Mm-hmm. It's wild how men on YouTube criticize women for only dating men with $100,000 a year, yet barely blink an eye when a man cuts off his biological children for a woman and dismisses them as nothing more than sperm donors. Baby, they would have had an entire meeting. Do you hear me? They would have had a town hall meeting if the roles were reversed. But I don't want to attack him. I brought him on my platform. I ain't trying to attack him. Y'all need to stop being toxic. It's not toxic for us to get together and talk about what is wrong and what is right. That's not toxic. That's just us having a conversation. And him saying you pay per attribute at a bank is a lie too. Listen, it is a lie in Texas, but it's not a lie everywhere. Some places you do have to pay for different features. Now that part he didn't lie about. Okay, he didn't lie about that part. Now in Texas, look, they got it all down packed for you. Okay, they have everything that you can think of down to them in their professions. If they smoke, they drink, whatever they do, they let you know, and you decide. They have the pictures of them as adults and babies. It's like a whole thing. Now, in certain states, they do make you pay for, like, if you want them to have blue eyes or you want them to be 6 foot. He's telling the truth on that, but that's about it. Then he went left talking about some vials, and they kept them in the freezer. And boy, shut up. Toya said Ashley is Miss Joy. She sure is Miss Joy. She sure is. Me thinks Bri and Tyler were already messing around, so she suggested Tyler. Tyler and Bri, you know what? That could be. I didn't even think about that. You know what? You're right. You're right. That could very well have been what it is. Also, the military is very strict about infidelities. Very. Very strict. I only have one brother, and I promised him if he ever becomes a deadbeat dad, I will embarrass him any chance I get. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Luckily, I haven't had that issue because, baby, all of my family love their kids. Thank the Lord. Oh, child. I ain't had to deal with that. My mom and dad have been together since they were in the 10th grade. So they good. My siblings, they take care of their kids. Thank you, Lord. Now, I'm the only one that got an issue. It would be the oldest, okay? I would be the one to have a deadbeat fool that's coming in and out and causing chaos in my damn life. It would be me. It would be me out of everybody. But, other than that, everybody else is doing good. I wonder if Ashley feels foolish now for... No. She over there playing Ashanti in Foolish. See, my days are cold without you. but I'm hurting while I'm with you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you. I mean, that's the story of her life. So I don't think she feels foolish at all. At all. I think that when he got home, he felt confident in the interview. He walked up in there like, baby, we got this. He gonna give you an advanced copy and you gonna see what I said. I did good, baby. I did good. And I repeated what you had said. You remember you told me to say that I was detached? I said it. I said that. I said I was detached. What they gonna say now? And then when he hopped on Jesse's live, Tyler was like, damn, I thought we was cool. Yeah. Well, you're not, okay? Because he went over there and got on Jesse's live. So therefore, and thus and such, you ain't got a friend. CC, thank you for the super chat. I honestly am glad Jesse Wu stayed on him and Ashley's neck. I have zero tolerance for deadbeats and enablers, period. What happened to morals? Couth. They ain't got none. Everybody thinks that you're supposed to just let things go because the vast majority thinks it's time to move on. If you don't want to know about it, then move on. You ain't got to watch this content. But I'm not letting up because somebody has to fight for those kids. So if you don't give a damn, that's your problem. Bye. My son doesn't care about his father being absent, and it's so strange to me, but I'm glad he's not hurting about it. I totally can relate. I'm the one that's like, well, you got to talk to your dad, and you have to. No, I'm perfectly okay, Mom. I'm like, no, that's not perfectly okay. Even though I've had him in therapy since he was 3. So, he gets to talk to his therapist about it, and I check on his mental health a lot. And I just think, is it going to hit him when he becomes a teenager, or what's going on? So I can totally relate, Capricorn Moon Goddess, because it's just like, why y'all cool? Y'all all right? But I mean, some kids can decipher that maybe this is for the best. He got a shock of a lifetime. This behavior is not acceptable by no community. He sure did. He thought we was just going to brush over it as some, mindless gossip. And we were just going to be like, oh, it's just some stuff they're saying on the TikTok. We love Ashley and Tyler. Nope. Those days are over. If you want people to rally around you, you're going to have to be a good person. And I'm going to need you to treat that black lady like you got some sense. Or else you could have left her where you found her. I'm so tired of people picking us up when we don't need to be picked up. If you know you don't mean me no good, leave me the hell alone. Why are you even bothering me? That's just crazy. Oh, thank you, TP Lewis. I'm definitely not, honey. I'll be having my days. Do you hear me? And then I got to go back and apologize to my baby because the perimenopause tear me up. And sometimes I be in a rage. Child, like, pick that off that damn floor. Child, I'll be hollering. Then 2 seconds later, I'll be like, you want some cookies? Oh, child. Because, it really is a struggle when I'm trying to, I couldn't be no public figure, child. I just couldn't. I'm trying to navigate the court system and keep him out of all the business. But sometimes I be falling apart because court doesn't go well. Or, I'm crying because he coming with some stuff that is only me reacting to how he's been emotionally abusing me for years. And then something goes left and it's a lot. And then I have to come back and regroup and then just smile and be like, what do you want for dinner? It is a whole lot. And I don't think Ashley understands the emotional damage that those kids are going to endure. It's cool now. Y'all think it's cool that y'all cut them off. And it's fine because he wants those kids and that family to leave him alone. Those kids and that family are going to have to pick up those pieces that you and Bri have created. She shouldn't have chose you. It would have been better off if you just chose a stranger and just had to explain to the kids that whatever it is you need to explain to them versus somebody that they know they can see in pictures, someone that's tangible, they can actually touch. He claimed that they don't even know how his mom looks. Girl. Anyway. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hindsight is 2020. It's so funny rewatching Love is Blind. All the crying Tyler did showcased his mental health state and his ability to lie effortlessly. And that is scary. You know what? Actually, I wrote down in my notes, honey. Let y'all hear me turn the page, honey. I wrote down in my notes. I wish y'all could see this. Tyler is scary as hell. It's given one of them paths. I don't know if it's sociopath or psychopath, but it's one of the two. And you can sleep next to me. How you can just sit there and be dead behind the eyes and so effortlessly lie to everyone you meet. Going in that men's quarters talking about, I love her. I'm getting married to her. Or we're getting married. And then you look like you saw a ghost when you were about to get married. You knew you didn't want to go through with that. What you said in that text message to your friend is exactly how you felt. She's nice, but she is not your type. You can sell that to somebody who's buying it, child. Anyway, sociopath. Thank you, Cody. I knew he was one of them. I knew he was one of them. Now, I know I'm really grown and single in the house on a Saturday night listening to Misha talk about a show I don't even watch. Nigel, listen, you didn't miss nothing. Do you hear me? You ain't miss nothing this season. Wasn't no love found. The cast was unlikable. All of them give little weirdo. It just, child, it could have been an email. Okay. Yep, big mistake. Bri should have never chosen Tyler as a donor. She should have went to the sperm bank and chose a stranger, especially if you can afford it, because it's not scary. And, you know, they're very personable. They walk you through every step. They make you feel like you are actually a part of the process. They make you feel like you met the man, to be honest. It's not just go in there and go to a cold room with nothing but these little vials and then you pick out one and go home and set yourself off. No. Girl, you should have done things the right way. But y'all trying to be cheap and for the free and lay down with each other. Like, just gross. Crying. Tyler drew with his nose. Tyler drew with his nose. Only thing moving because a tear never dropped. Now, he cried at least once or twice. And then he did. I just want to, so Ashley taught me how to pray out loud. Stop weaponizing y'all's Christianity. Please stop it. Please just stop. Just stop. I think Tyler sees a meal ticket at Ashley and he will gladly ride the gravy train as long as she's willing to stick around. But baby, the aftermath is going to be horrible. If somebody would have tapped me on my shoulder and said, get out now, and really made me get out, I swear right now, I would give them every single check that I ever get for the rest of my life. I don't think people understand. I was watching a TikTok earlier, y'all. And this man, I don't know if anybody else saw it. This man was showing his daughter's former first grade teacher. And he was saying that the first grade teacher was on the streets and she was talking to herself. And it appeared that there was some mental instability. Well, he said the reason why the first grade teacher was having a mental breakdown is because of all the things that her ex took her through and the fact that they divorced. You can legit go crazy. So I don't think people get that. Some people will take you through such a thing that you think this cannot be real life. The things that I am finding out, this cannot be real life. Some people genuinely don't have a conscience. They will do anything to you and not care nothing about it. Aaron said, Bri probably was struggling with her sexuality. I could see that. That's a good point, Aaron. And that's why she chose Tyler. She probably loved him. They lived together and she had 3 of his children. Bri caught feelings. Oh, Aaron. Well, when you wrap it up like that, oh, that's true. Oh, hell no. That'd have made me even madder. Deshaun said in her interview with Jesse and Ricky, if I'm not mistaken, that Bri always said that the only way she would sleep with the man she would have to have children. So maybe deep down, things that make you go, Exactly. They use Christianity as a weapon to emotionally manipulate you, period. Trying to convince you that God approves of their wrongdoings. God wants you to recognize the harm and free yourself. Absolutely. That's why you don't just need to be quoting the most popular verses. Actually read it. Read the book so you can see what he says. He gives you an out, an escape. He will make a table for you in the presence of your enemies, the people who are treating you like a fool. Okay? Read it all, honey. Not just John 3:16. Just don't make no sense. Precious ANTV said, I don't feel emotionally attached to these bills. They got to get paid. They still got to get paid. I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm not finna play. Y'all stop. I can't laugh too hard today because I got a headache. Let me tell y'all something. I have had the week from hell. When I tell y'all this head been pounding all week long, I was going to have this live on Thursday, but baby, the way that head said, nope. I barely ever go silent on my Patreon. And when I tell you I haven't said anything over there really all week, my head has been killing me. Oh, this headache ain't been no joke. How you a donor for sperm babies you claimed on your taxes 3 years in a row until Bryce said no in 2021, he bounced. Oh yeah, I left that part out. I forgot about that. You are absolutely right. When the well ran dry, then all of a sudden you were a babysitter who they wanted money from. They were your kids then. You was attached to them then. Anyway, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Tyler was actually proud that he could be intimate with Bride. Probably thinks he turned her out. He's sick like that. He's a bad person, a bad guy. CC, that's the truth, Ruth. I bet he was too. Probably bragging all his little friends. Ain't no telling what he was doing. Because he said they all were in one big friend group. They won't take child support from Ashley unless you have a joint account. No, they won't. And from her taxes either unless she files jointly. I know I never would, child. Separately, please. I think Bride's mom ain't ish too. She made Bride who she is by making her feel like she's undeserving. You think so? I don't think so. The ex-wife said her mom was verbally abusing Bride every chance she gets. Did she say that part? Oh, she did say that part. And she said that the mom didn't like her either. Yeah, you're right. She did say that. I don't know the ins and outs of the mom, but both her and Tyler said the same thing. And Ashley said that on the Vile Files too. Yeah, I forgot about that part. She did say that. Ashley better be careful. She's going to be claimed on his taxes next year with that dog Kobe. Okay, she better not leave her social security number lying around. Because baby, that's the end all be all. If he don't steal it from a child, I don't put nothing past him. After this whole little debacle, I don't put nothing past anybody who can sit up and all of a sudden say, I want that family and those kids to leave me alone. No, he said, not the kids. Beautiful, beautiful kids. Beautiful gowns. They can stay, but they are attached to that family, so I don't like them neither. He might as well have said that. He's trying to make it seem like, no, I'm not saying nothing against the kids. I just don't like that family. Well, the family is attached to the kids. And I thought it was very strategic that that's the clip that got leaked to social media before the interview aired, because he probably already knew people were going to say he didn't hold Tyler accountable. So he made sure to leak to the Shade Room the part where he did tell Tyler, you should not have, you shouldn't punish the kids because of the family. You should still stick with your kids, which I commend him. And I thank him for telling him that. But out of the entire interview, that's about the only thing. Because when you start calling the other content creators that are not letting him lie toxic, that's when you lost me. I said, not you calling the other content creators, including myself, toxic. How the hell are we toxic? Anyway, I think it was strategic that of all the interview was leaked on social media. We got to see a preview of the interview. Anyway, just to not hold him accountable the other times. Exactly, Nicolette. The whole damn thing was just him talking and things going in one ear and out the other. And, he made a point to say, well, y'all are smart enough to know that he's lying. Yes, we are smart enough, but not everybody is privileged. Some people, and I promise y'all, are in those comments on the Shade Room saying he was a donor. I don't know what y'all don't get. I kid you not. They don't get it. You got to break it down. Oh, speaking of breaking it down, I also want to mention this before we get up off this live. Not him saying that, this is the thing. Lateris, sir, this is why you should have done a little bit of research. Because although you were saying the right thing, you were at the wrong event. He kept saying, did the fiance go to the baby shower? She did not. She was blindsided at the gender reveal that she didn't know was for her fiance. It wasn't the baby shower. And so in Tyler's mind, he's thinking, I'm not actually lying because she never went to a baby shower. She went to a gender reveal. So for everybody that's going to say that I'm lying, I am not, because he said baby shower. Because he even said on the podcast, he said, I got to think back. I don't remember a baby shower. You know she didn't go to no baby shower because she had already broken up with you by then. But then he tried to flip that story. She actually cheated on me. Oh, we were together, but we weren't living together, but we were together. She hadn't given the ring back, but we were together. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Then the timelines didn't make sense. 2017, 2018, but you was with the fiance in 16, but the fiance didn't know that you were being the donor when she had the baby in 17 or 18, and it was at the end plus the beginning. Sir, that lady came out on Facebook, and I posted a video about it. That lady came out on Facebook and said that you duped her. That lady is a prominent figure. She is a news anchor. She came out and said that you duped her and took her to a gender reveal, knowing that that reveal was for you. Do you really think that we're that stupid? Like, do you really think that we're that crazy? See, he was able to get over on him because he kept saying baby shower. No, with this kind of person, you got to speak 100% facts. The statement has to be black or white. You cannot give them any gray area because if you do, they will play semantics. And that's exactly what he was doing. Everything was a deflection. Everything was everybody else's fault. Everything was this person did that. How could y'all like this person? And I saw him shoot like a few daggers at people who were in close proximity to Bri and the ex-wife. Anybody who sits with them, they're not a good character. They don't have good character. No, anybody who sits with you doesn't have good character. And that would be including your wife. Okay, and that's just that on that. Me and saying that people are smart enough to tell the difference between a lie and the truth is a form of gaslighting. It is. And I felt very confused by that. He feels no guilt about the ex-fiance thing. What a sicko. No guilt when he brought her. No, none. He said that it wasn't a baby shower. He never, and then he turned around and said, I had invited her because we were still cool. That lady said she didn't know nothing about. What are you talking about? You just said you don't remember a baby shower. Now you invited her just so y'all could stay cool. But you dumped her because she was texting her ex and she was cheating on you. But y'all weren't done. But y'all weren't living together. And she had never gave him the ring back. And then you get, what are you talking about? It was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I told y'all I've been having a headache all week. And after I got through with that, because I have watched that interview about 4 times. That's how long it took me to get through it. I said, oh, for goodness sake, please shut up. And when I got to that last bit and heard that I was toxic, I said, baby, y'all done pissed me off. Baby, y'all done pissed me off. Don't be calling me no damn toxic because I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it. Okay? LT is an opportunist. He took the interview for the clicks. I can understand different communication in interviews. He just seemed lazy. LT is an older Tyler hiding behind Christianity. Baby, and every time he gonna try to guide him some different type of way and quote some scripture. And I'm like, that's nice, sir. It is. But this is a demon. Okay? This is a heathen. This is going in one end out the other. And when he walked through that door, he gonna turn into a puff of smoke. Please save it. Tell him the real. Some people you got to just keep it real with. If a person cannot respect it, that's their business. But you still need to do it. Even Latarius was getting disheveled. Can you imagine what Ashley is going through? Because she's getting this on a daily basis. Oh, I wouldn't even be, oh, child. I can imagine what she's going through. I got it on a daily basis too. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Baby, if I told y'all this one story time, y'all, oh, child, y'all would be like, Misha, say what now? Call the cops immediately. Baby, call the cops immediately. Ashley should be concerned about how everyone in Tyler's life has no issue going along with his lies and abandoning those. No, she's happy about that. She's not concerned. She happy they all on the same page. Mother-in-law done scrubbed the kids. Husband done scrubbed the kids. She ain't got to interact with that family, and those kids are the sperm donor mom. Everything is great. Baby, it couldn't get no better. But I bet you they fussing in that house because she's probably pissed that other people are getting opportunities like Alex. Y'all know how she was eating those wings when Tim broke up with her? Now she has a sponsorship with the restaurant, child. She was sitting up eating wings watching the episode of her getting broken up with. Like a lot of them are doing other things, but they have to go into obscurity because Tyler decided to lie instead of just coming clean. The best thing he could have done when that story first broke is say, you know what? Yes, I did donate sperm. He could have gotten around this whole story. It's not cool and it's not what he should have done. But I'm just saying, you sitting silent until that interview, child, you could have kept that. Okay, you really could have. Unfortunately, I've dated a Tyler before. Thankfully, I came to my senses, but Ashley really need. I have too. I married him, child. I married him. And this face right here, let me move this. This right here, baby, they know how to do that face. They know how to cry. They know how to lie. They know how to tell you everything they went through in childhood. They know how to tell you, please don't leave. Don't abandon me. I'm going to see the lady. I'm going to change my phone number. I'm never going to talk to them again. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Child, it's the exact same playbook. Please don't leave. I'm going to unalive myself. It's the exact same playbook. I don't know where they're getting it from. I don't know if it's an ebook because, you know, everybody's doing an ebook now. Child, I don't know if it's an ebook or what. But, baby, every last one of them doing the same damn thing. I'm lost. Could someone direct me to the interview? Oh, okay. So the interview is on, and you know what's so funny? I'm going to tell you what the interview is. It's on the Dear Future Wifey podcast. So if you go to YouTube and put in Dear Future Wifey, and the title is Fatherhood Blind? Put that in and you will see the interview. The interview is 2 hours and 25 minutes. So buckle up, get your snack, and come on back. Now let me talk to the rest of the co-hosts. Listen, I forgot what I was going to say just that quick. My train of thought is no good. Do you hear me? You're welcome, Gail. I don't have any sympathy for Ashley because she's complicit in the abandonment of those children as long as she has him all to herself. Sandra, period, point blank. I don't feel nothing either. Okay. Oh, the ebook, child. I think they got an ebook about it. Because, baby, the way that I think they got a monthly newsletter. They got to be getting something. They probably all meet up and compare stories of how they've been torturing us day after day and month after month and year after year. I have and you know what? Another common factor is my soon-to-be ex is ex-military, and so is Tyler. That's got to be a prerequisite, is it? And I don't know what is going on that, child, it just causes them to just terrorize the world, honey. Oh, child, I would never again. I've dated two versions of Tyler over 10 years apart. One was a clean-cut professional and the other one was a loud thug. Polar opposites, but at the end of the day, same. LZ head full of hair care. Is that me writing these? Because, honey, I was the same exact way. Met one of them in the church. Child, that was a fool. And met one of them at the job. And that was a fool. Never again. Thank you for the super chat, Keisha. Ashley and Tyler wanted to be Brittany 2.0 and get brand deals, a podcast of their own, etc. for everyone to love them. We do not care. The actions are trash. I don't want to hear anything else that they have to say. I don't want no more of them PSAs, because Ashley did another PSA talking about some people only want to hear their version of the story because it's the only one. Some stupid stuff she came up with. I'm like, girl, gone. We don't care, honey. They said online Tyler was discharged from the military for an allegation. Okay. I know you lying. Really? Oh, baby, she better look into that. Because the military don't just let you go for any old thing. It has to be something very serious. She could legit be in some type of danger. She better make sure, all jokes aside, you need to investigate that. But see, the thing about it, it's very hard to get information about military offenses. If you are not the person, they ain't giving you no information. Trust me, I know. Okay. But she needs to look into that. Girl, you better talk about you've been talking to all his friends, because they were like all in the military too. They told me the same story. Anyway, girl, you better figure out what's going on. Something is telling me that the reason Tyler had large sums of money without a job when no one could explain why is because I would not be surprised he filed a PPP loan. Well, you know, you can look that up. All you have to do is put the person's name and child, I don't. Child, I sure looked up that ex, honey. Because I'm like, look, You owe me a whole bunch of money. And if you got a PPP loan, I'm definitely turning you in because I know you ain't got no business. You ain't got no business but getting on my damn nerves. So yeah, you just put in allegedly. Thank you, African aceton. Allegedly. Okay. Yeah, all you gotta do is put the person's name and I think it's the name and the birth date. Girl, you just put it in and they tell you if they got a PPP loan or not. If Tyler and Ashley really cared about their love story, they would get off social media and focus on their love and marriage. You think they got love? This is an arrangement. He done strong armed the hell out of her. And now we're here. They haven't because they want to be influencers. That ain't happening. It sure ain't. Ashley gonna get on TikTok talking about, you guys were asking me about my gloss. No, we were not. You glossing over the fact that we want to hear about them damn kids. We don't give a damn about no gloss. We want to know what is going on with them children. Nobody cares about your gloss, honey. We don't care about your lashes. You can model your clothes. You can dance. You can twirl. Hell, you can even twerk. We don't give a damn. What is going on with those children? You say he didn't what now? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, she's sitting up there talking about, girl, she showed this. She said, I know y'all been asking about the gloss. I'm not going to your LTK. Where are the children? Tartar said, they were never my couple. I told people I don't trust me neither. And see, I didn't really get to, I didn't review the show like I normally do. Because I think I did episodes 1 through 6 when they were in the pods. I just did that as a live because they were so boring. And I didn't trust something about him. So I'm with you, Tartar. I told people I didn't trust him and his manipulative voice from day A. I said it's somebody, and you would have been right. Okay, I needed you to come on over here and vet that soon-to-be ex, honey. I needed some discernment because my stupid friends talking about some, girl, he real nice. Girl, nice got me in a world of trouble. Yes, because that was his representative. And then I was just such on a time schedule, like, want to get married, want to have the kids. And child, if I would have just taken a beat. If I would have just taken a beat and said, wait a minute, girl, don't break your rule. Because my rule was I don't date people with children. If you have a child already, I didn't want to date you. But because, he was involved and he seemed nice. And I was just like, well, you're turning 30 and girl, just go on. 30 is coming. Just go and do what you got to do. That was a huge mistake. Never let your time clock or somebody else's schedule rush you into making poor decisions. It never ends well. If your first mind tells you that you need to wait, then you need to listen to it. You really do. Because, it could be the difference between life and court all day, every day. Leah said, Tyler and all them prayers were so fake. Those scenes felt forced. Yeah, especially the one when they were in the bed, getting ready to go to sleep on the honeymoon. And Ashley was being all modest. He was like, can we pray? Can I pray with you? I would have said, praying. Who you praying to? And I ain't closing my eyes either. I need to keep my eye on you. Child, I wouldn't trust nothing about it. Do you hear me? Absolutely nothing. Let me go on up here and then I'm going to ending the live soon. Basically, if you've been around to everybody else's live, then the bottom line is that Tyler is a liar. And everything he said is a bold-faced lie. Let me see if I missed anything because I wrote down my timestamps. Let's see. Baby shower, I talked about that. Okay. Oh, at minute 33, Lateris asked him, were you engaged at the same time that Bri was pregnant? He started to go into something and he said, I'm gonna just say yes. Okay, so then I wrote down, yes, it didn't make sense with a question mark. But then I thought to myself, okay, so he must have lied earlier when he said that they weren't engaged when Bri was pregnant. He did not have his timeline straight. I don't think he expected to be asked questions about the ex I think he just wanted to come there, bash Bri, her mom, Deshaun, everybody, just come and bash everybody and then dip. He didn't expect to actually have to line these dates up, which is probably why Ashley never let him speak. Like, never. Okay, let me see if I missed anything else. Oh, this part really kind of like made me go, okay, I'm going to turn this off. But I was only 42 minutes in. So at 42 minutes and 6 seconds, he said the son saved Bri's life. But then he goes on to say, I won't tell you, how or what she was going to do or what she wasn't going to do. Sir, in essence, you just told us. So you say something like that and say that the son saved her life, but you're not going to try to say anything else because you don't think we can put two and two together? We know what you're implying when you say, I'm not going to say what she was going to do or what she wasn't going to do. The only reason why you are saying that is because her mom exposed those text messages of you trying to manipulate her into taking down evidence against you. That's the only reason why you said that. I'm not going to tell y'all what she was going to do. Like, come on. Come on. This interview was a hit or miss, and it missed big time. Yeah. And sadly, a lot of people are left hurting. Ashley's going to be hurt in the future, whether she knows it or not. And the kids are the most important ones that are going to have to deal with this in the future. And it seems that everything is so chaotic and unstable for them. Too many people are coming in and out of their lives. The best thing for Bride to do would be to just be by herself and raise her children. I understand that's not 100% feasible, especially with her being in the military. It's very, very taxing. I get it. But I would have to co-parent with my mom. Too many different women and men and cats and dogs, and it's too many people coming in and out. Them kids gonna be so damn confused, they're not gonna know what's going on. Y'all need to get that together. It's too many people. It is too many people. Brandy said, I forgot he told the mama he was gonna harm himself. You sure right. Lies on top of lies. Girl, yeah, that's the only reason why he said that about Bri. Everything that he was saying was to try to deflect from things that we already know that he has done. Sir, this didn't make you look any better. You need to get a grip on reality. Misha, thanks for being prepared. Everyone, please like the live. Thank you, Tia. Yeah, I tried to come and know exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about it, because I didn't want to have to scramble for the first part of the live, child. I thought I was talking to y'all and I was on mute, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But I did try to be as prepared as I could. Unfortunately, I don't think the grandma is the most stable for kids to be around. We all wish the best for those kids. Ambling soul, none of them. Okay, his mama, because she went ahead with the lie. Her mama, because it's giving kind of scary a little bit. Her, because what? Not abuse. Okay, now we ain't gonna just skip on past that. The ex, because what is going on? And then what made me mad about Tyler is he said that, well, if she was abusive, why did Deshaun keep coming back? That is the dumbest ass question you can ask in 2024. Do you know that victims of violence from intimate partners go back more than 7 times? Maybe if you'd read a book instead of figuring out the next woman you were going to swindle, you would not have asked such a stupid question, because it made you look really ignorant. Her coming back does not mean that it wasn't happening. Just because she came back and she left and she came back and she came and that's the cycle of abuse. Are you new here on earth or what? Like, that just really pissed me off. I was like, what is happening? Like, why are you saying that? That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Shut up. Jesse Wu said that Laterra's confirmed that Kinetic's PR team set up the interview for Tyler. They were trying to rebuild Tyler's image in the Black community. Of course. And they're going to make sure they take him to the person that's just going, woo, 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 woo. It's okay. I understand why you detached from them children. I understand you ain't had no daddy. It's okay. No. Dude, why did you do that? So you think the kids deserve to serve the same fate that you had to as a child? Is this the whole hurt people situation? What exactly is happening here? It's okay to call them out. And of course, I know they probably did, because they have their select few. And Kinetic is the same producers that do Married at First Sight. And y'all know Married at First Sight is one of my biggest shows. Nobody else even touched that show really no more. People still review it, but it wasn't like when I first started. And season 12 on, I have built a rapport with some of the cast and everything. They will not let those people come anywhere near my platform. They were about to let me interview season 14's cast. I think it was 14 because we're on 18 now. And baby, that producer stepped in and said, not her. We don't like her. Nope, not her. We don't like her. She's not cookie cutter enough. We don't, but I bet if they needed to get the viewers that look like me, they'd be knocking down my door, maybe filling my email up, and I would politely decline. Because don't play in my face. Don't try to come over here when y'all down. Come over here when you're up. That's why I don't speak anymore like I used to, because I noticed that these producers are just regular people. One of them could be in the live right now. They take, little bits and pieces from people's lives and from smaller content creators, and they build shows around that. They do things in different seasons around what they've heard in the chats and on the Twitter and through the reviews. I don't give them nothing. I used to be like, you know what? This is what you could do. Nope. You don't want your people over here with me? Well, I don't want your people over here with me. I'm going to review this show, get off this video, and go on about my business. They know exactly who to reach out to because they know that those people not only have a big platform, but they know that those people are not in a position to really call them to the carpet. They just going to smile and play nice and no. Oh, child. Yes, they sure did. TP Lewis said, why not? I don't know why. I don't know. Because of the way I used to be talking about the cast. If y'all listen to my season 12 reviews of Married at First Sight, y'all be like, woo, Misha, I kind of understand a little bit. But that's when Chris was abusing Paige, honey. He was using her like an old wash rag. And I've been giving it to them every single season. But it's just so funny that every single season, their cast falls in my DMs. Every single season. I keep my receipts. Love is Blind as well. Just because I ain't breaking stories and just because, I'm not doing up to the minute updates on these videos on this YouTube, do not think that those people are not watching, because they definitely are. I have had producers from NBC and what's the other one? Anywho, started following me on Instagram, and I'm just confused as to why. Are y'all building a show around me? Because if so, but no, seriously, I have. And it's just random people. I look at the thing and look at their bio, and it says NBC Universal executive something. And I'm just like, what y'all doing over here looking for me? But you won't let me interview any of your people. Like they have told me, they told us no. We asked if we could interview with you. They told us no. Yeah, the Houston season, they were like, yeah, no. They said no. The other seasons, yeah, Misha, we like you, girl, but they said no. And mind you, I'm not asking them. I'm not going to them and saying, can I please interview with y'all? No, they legit just DM me and be like, your review was so funny. I like when you said this. And girl, you might be right about this. They do that every single season. And I don't ever say anything. If you tell me something, I'm not going to say nothing. If you say don't say, I'm not going to say. But I do know that they have told me in confidence that y'all don't want them over here messing with me. And for what, I don't know. Because I ain't done nothing to y'all. And if you don't think that I can conduct an interview, please direct yourself to my interview with Candy the Burris. I was very professional. It wasn't no child and girl, I heard. Baby, I'm educated. I have a master's degree. Okay? Just so we're clear. This over here is a Kiki, and we have a good time on our lives, and we have a good time talking to each other, but this is a more casual setting. When I got to put on for my city, I put on for my city. Please don't let the references to the songs fool you. I know exactly what I'm saying when I'm saying it. Okay? But yeah, child, they want somebody else to do it. And I don't care. Get somebody else to do it. I don't want nothing to do with y'all either. I'll just watch your shows, review your shows, and go on about my business. And that's just that on that. Okay? Like, nah, I just do me. Ruby, goodbye. What, a master's? I thought only Ashley has one. Oh, child, I'm not gonna play with you. Miss Misha, what streaming app can I start watching Life After Lockup? Should I start from season 1? Oh, girl, don't start from season 1. You'll be there all night. I want to watch those reviews with you. I know there's a lot to catch up on. Where can you watch? You can watch, if you have the Sling app, you can watch on Sling. You can watch on YouTube TV. You can also watch on YouTube. They post the videos of each episode on YouTube as well. But I wouldn't start from the beginning. Cause ooh, baby, love and life, and it's so intertwined because it's a love after lockup, and then it's a life after lockup. So the love is a love during lockup. I'm sorry. So they loving each other while they're still in jail, and then after they get out, now we have to follow the life after them getting out and still being in love. And baby, speaking of life after lockup, I got to do that review as well. So let me wrap this live up, child. Those producers, what an unfortunate turn of events. And shout out to Clint. Baby Clint, love him some me. Do you hear me? Baby Clint be commenting on my Instagram. He told me happy birthday. Clint is a nice guy. And it is an unfortunate turn of events because your cast actually can take a joke. They know I ain't serious. And to all them people who was pissing me off on Wednesday, talking about you being so mean to David, child, please. These people understand that this is a review. Okay, and he live in the basement, child. I'm not gonna change that. I'm not. I don't care. I don't care nothing about it, child. I am not. Yes, okay. I'm gonna start this. Okay, so that they can see it. Okay. Anyway, y'all. So yeah, let me wrap this live up because I do have to go and do my review for Life After Lockup, and my son likes it when I stay on live all night long because he thinks he can stay up all night long, and that is. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Lie detector test.
So yeah, on that note, we're gonna wrap up Tyler, all his web of lies, Ashley and her PSAs, Bri and her foolishness, and Deshaun. And I wish the best for the kids. And I hope in the future years that we do hear great things about those babies. If those people, listen, y'all, if y'all happen to see Bri because her face has been plastered places all over the YouTube, do not approach that lady. Do not approach them kids. Those kids don't know us. That is crazy. Okay, I was like, not you was finna approach them in the grocery store. If you don't leave them children alone and let them get their Lunchables, child, leave them babies alone. There is no reason that you should be talking to them children. Anywho, y'all have a very happy holiday. The holiday season is starting. It will be starting on Thursday. Okay, hopefully y'all get something good to eat. Hopefully you don't go by them people's house. If you don't want to go by them people's house, baby, stay at home and do you. Okay, don't worry about nobody else. Be thankful that you got you. And that's just that on that. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Thank y'all for joining me for this live. I hope that you were entertained. I hope that we had a good time. And I hope that I touched on some key points and we got to talk to each other about how we feel about all of these lies. And in the end, like I said, the only people that are really hurting are the kids because they are defenseless. There is absolutely nothing that they can do about this situation except exist. Ashley and Tyler, y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn selves. And that's just that on that. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Night, night, y'all.